He's like Sips. He's a bit of a lovable dumb. Also Canadian, which helps. Good sense of humor. But he started playing Kerbal Space Program, which I did not watch because it's one of those series. I don't really like to watch people play this game because I've always wanted to explore its mysteries for myself and try and solve the puzzle of space flight. But seeing, that he was doing it again, I was like, oh, you know what? I got my hankering. I really want to get in there and play some Kerbal Space Program, and I wasn't really feeling like another round of Into the Breach tonight. So, figured we get this done now. I made a little custom flag for us. You can see that somewhere here. Right here. This is a cute one. It's just got Dante, my little online avatar, Richard Johnson, and then our little mock late night logo. I think it's fun. And we'll be call the save name here. Probably just late night video, right? Hey, Mr. Wolf, how you doing? So I will say, I'm not new to the Kerbal Space Program. I bought it when it first came out, and I did play it. Did I get very far? No, actually. When I first played it, it only had sandbox, and I would just build giant rockets and blow them up, basically. I never even managed to reach the moon, I don't think. When I first played it, I just had fun, seriously, just making weird rockets and firing them around. Then I went through this phase about a year or two after. Whoa, hey Rudy. Yeah, fucking that Meat Boy emote is so good. Is that a default Twitch one? I don't remember that. But one of the so when I played it like a year or two after, I got like really into it. I like studied spaceflight. Actually, I would be sitting at Subway on my break and just like going through my phone, learning about Delta V and all this kind of stuff. How much of that I remember? That was about 3-4 years ago now. I don't know. Hopefully enough. But I do know I've landed on the moon on stream. I don't know if we ever made it the Minmus or not. We'll find out, right? Either way, we get the career going because that's the fun stuff. You know, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, and a Wii U in one room? Oh my goodness. Sounds nice, dude. I still haven't got anything for like the newer console generations. I normally stay kind of far behind. So what do we want? I think normal difficulty, maybe moderate. What's the difference here? Missing crew respawns. Yeah, turn that off. So we get less starting funds, a little less rewards. I think we can do moderate here. Allow for negative funds in science. Yeah, thank you. Art upgrades. This seems good. I think we'll just go for a moderate difficulty. I don't really want to mess too much with all the crazy custom stuff, because there is a lot. I just don't want it to be like super baby mode. Wait, plasma blackout. Comlink's weakening and going down, and the link goes through atmospheric plasma. That's really cool. Okay. Probe requires a signal for any control rather than going to partial control when lacking a signal. That's cool too. But what else do we have here that we could throw up? Prob's going conscious after sustaining too much G-force? Huh. That's an interesting one. Probably doesn't kill them, right? It's gotta be temporary? That sounds kind of fun. Alright. Let's make this a little bit more difficult, actually. I think that's fine. Yeah, it's all good stuff. Except, I like it. So we're playing pretty difficult. Titanfall 2, I've heard, had an incredible campaign. As for like the actual gameplay, don't know. I know Zelphus, when he came to visit me a few years back, played a lot of Titanfall 1 here, and it is a very cool game. First one. And Zelphus has played Mad Max on stream, actually. It seemed pretty neat. Oh, and this is the thing I forgot about Kerbal Space Program. It has incredible music when it wants to play it, but like the birds are the worst. I hate them. They're awful. Just absolutely terrible. Triggering, even. So, what do we do in this game? Well, as far as I remember, there's a bunch of ways to cheese the beginning. Let's sort of walk through. If you don't understand Kerbal Space Program, maybe you're new to it, maybe there's just a whole bunch of crap here and you're a little bit confused, we'll give you a brief synopsis. We're literally trying to go to space and fly rockets, mostly realistically. There's a few sort of things they give you, so you don't have to worry about, you know, being an actual rocket scientist, which is fair enough. But for the most part, it's a pretty accurate representation, so much so that NASA even ended up backing the game into its development and helping them work on some new cool missions like, I believe, meteor and asteroid diversion, which is, you know, it's neat. So we start with a base here, and we're going to be able to upgrade these at some point. Not now, we don't have any money, but we have our launch pad. This is where we launch from. Makes sense. We have a tracking station. This is pretty cool. We're going to end up using this a lot. It's kind of your map for the game, if you will. Don't really worry about Gene Kerman here. But, so what this is this is Kerbin, by the way. It's our Earth equivalent. It's not exactly Earth. So, a day on Kerbin is 6 hours, like equivalent to real time. So days are 4 times faster on Kerbin. And the game is in Kerbin time, so it gets a little bit confusing, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Is the audio too loud for you guys? Maybe it's just on my end. We'll turn it down just a tiny bit. And we can always scream later. And then I'll explain what that facility does once we do. That looks a little buggy, but don't worry about that. Kerbal Space Program is a game that thrives on being buggy as hell. Enjoyably so, though. Anyway, back to our tracking station. Mostly we're just going to use this. You can see we can see the solar system, which is pretty cool. Kerbin here, we have our moon. We have our second moon called Minimus. This is sort of as far as I've gone. I've landed on this. I've got near this. I might have even orbited it. But I don't think I've landed on it yet. And then you can see out here we have Eve and Moho and all the good stuff. Never touched those yet. Do you ever see those noisy birds? No. No, they're just plot devices. But the other cool thing your tracking station does is allow you to look at all your ships that are out there. All the objects you can see, including debris. Maybe that's useful, maybe it's not. It's an interesting thing to have, and you're definitely going to use it a bunch. So we're going to want to upgrade that at some point. Try and help us out. I mean, this is buggy. It could be one of the few mods I have. I don't really know what mods are good. I know I like the game modded, and I know there are some mods I really enjoyed. So I just kind of grabbed the ones I kind of remembered liking. For example, I guess we can talk about my mods, right? Because that's important. So this is not a vanilla playthrough. For the most part, I'm playing vanilla, but I just have like a mod list. Makes the game a little bit more difficult. Adds just like a minor survival element, like you need to have like supplies for your Kerbals, sorry. And I also have mods to make more interesting contracts and like a satellite system, which I think is pretty cool. And I have one more really big sort of changey mod. What is it now? Oh, it's a revamp of the tech tree so that you get probes, or rather unmanned craft first. The idea being, you know, you're launching your Sputnik into space and getting orbits with satellites before you're putting up actual astronauts. I thought that made sense. It's kind of weird in the vanilla game of Kerbal Space Program. You get astronauts in the space and on the moon first, and then you might be able to learn how to put like an unmanned ship up there. I don't know, I just found that odd, but that's about it. It's just sort of a minor rebalance in that thing. We have R&D here. As you can see, this is our tech tree. Kind of cool, kind of big, kind of neat. Nothing too major though. We'll go through this at some point, but we don't have any science. This is where you
buy new astronauts. You can see we can recruit these guys here. You can have a maximum of 5. You can see it costs quite a bit to hire a new astronaut here, which makes sense. What we're eventually going to do, though, is I cheat. I'm not going to lie. I do cheat with this game, just a little bit. When you're going to nuke the moon, oh, we be in there, origami. But the cheaty thing I do is I'm going to give myself a few extra of these guys, because I kind of play Iron Man, so if somebody dies, they're dead for good. And that's fun and fine. But to rename them, you have to go through the game files to rename them. There's no way of doing it in-game. There is a reason for that. The reason for that is all of their stats and well, their class is generated based on their name. So like renaming them really screws with everything. I don't know how much of that's been changed, but you still can't rename them, fortunately. So we will, though. I'll probably just do a save right now and then go edit those files. So we want to hire a couple more. So how much money do I need to upgrade this guy? So we're going to need 102,000, presumably. Kerbals can perform EVAs, nice. And they can EVA place flags, excellent. Okay. Well, this is an upgrade we're going to want eventually. These guys are about 100,000 each. Cool. Well, when we actually start launching Kerbals, that's when I'll go ahead and change that. The space plane hangar, this is where you make planes. I've never mastered planes in this game. They're quite difficult. Mission control. You get missions here. Makes sense. You also want to upgrade it because it helps you like plot your course. You can see you can do a flight planning if you upgrade this and the tracking station. And this is something I'd never really messed with. Like the strategies and the bailouts and stuff. I don't know. I just don't worry about it. So let's see. The first thing they want us to do, launch our first vessel. Okay, well we can take 2 contracts right now. So let's go ahead and launch a vessel off the runway. And perform experiments here. That sounds pretty good. Collect science at all the different places around. Nice. Yeah, we can do that. Go ahead and create a little rocket. I forget if we start with the ability. Nah, see, here we go. We only start with probes, which is cool. Hello, I'm Werner von Kerman. Hey, buddy, how you doing? So we get to start with this cool guy. Oh, this is actually pretty big, though. Let's go with like the small one. Wait, a re-entry module. I have no idea what this does, actually. It looks like you have a guy in there, though. That's cool. Yeah, we'll just go with this tiny little probe part here. That looks good to me. Okay, we don't have any fuel tanks. We just have a tiny little crap engine here. Okay, tiny little crap engine here. Excellent. Gonna teach us all about space flight. What a wonderful rocket. And technically we don't need these. We're kind of just wasting money at this point. But I mean, we're just making like an ICBM essentially, I guess. Well, maybe not that advanced, but yeah, we should probably throw a battery on here. So probes drain batteries. That's just sort of like a big thing you have to deal with. You need like, I don't know what they're called, like solar panels and stuff like that to charge your batteries, ideally in space. Because if a probe runs out of battery juice, and does not have connection to Kerbin, or either of those things, you're just screwed completely. Okay. Get some thermometers on here. Just the one though. Just one little thermometer. And we'll get a barometer as well. Just so we can do a little bit of research, get some science and stuff like that. So we can start learning about how to get actual Kerbals up in the space. And what do we call this? This is just a rocket, right? We'll just call this the science nuke. I think that's fine. We can even call it the Mark 1 if we feel so inclined. I don't actually have MechJeb installed, but I think one of my other mods required it or something. So, go check this guy out, shall we? One incredible thing about Kerbal Space Program is it has an ability to speed up time, which is necessary for spaceflight, as you would imagine. But unfortunately, the ability to speed up time is very buggy. But it's okay, because a lot of things in Kerbal Space Program are kind of buggy. I'm just going to turn our volume down a little bit more, just because rockets can be pretty loud when they launch. True fact. And what was our mission here? No, not that one. But didn't we take one to, Get out of here, MechJeb. I swear we took a mission to launch a ship, or did we complete it just by building one? Let's go see. Oops, not the main menu here. Let us go to the Space Center. We can go back to our rocket in a second here. Did that complete it? Oh no, we just didn't we didn't take it, I guess. Oh my dang. Okay, cool. Go back to the science nuke. Now there's some cheeky stuff we can do here. Alright, a little bit of cheeky stuff. For instance, we can just go ahead and grab the science right now. Go ahead and log our temperature here. Just yay, +2 science. I like it. Transmit it. No usable in-range comm device. Okay, so turns out no, we cannot. Keep this experiment as well. And then we can actually just go ahead and well, we can launch this one, shall we? Let's see what it's gonna look like launching our first rocket. It's pretty good. Pretty good little missile. Maybe we'll okay. Maybe not great. Maybe she's a little bit hard to handle. Might have been a little bit too much boost. But the good news is we have learned about spaceflight. So, I mean, presumably we completed that mission. One can only hope. Unfortunately, we're not going to bring back any readings because we didn't give this a parachute. I don't even think we have a parachute for it, so wouldn't you be terrified if you were an astronaut and this was the first rocket that was launched? You'd shit your pants. You know what I'm saying? What's this thing? Lights? Oh yeah. That's terrifying. Let's watch her slow descent to the Earth. Graceful. Maybe some of this lands, who knows? Oh! No. Well, it's okay. We learned things. Probably. Maybe we should try and actually nuke the moon. I wonder if you could build a payload big enough. I've accidentally blown up planets before. I've blown up Kerbin, which was fun. Excellent. But we should have completed that one. Yeah, we got a little bit of money. There we go. This is excellent. We just need a little bit easy money, a little bit of easy science. I like it. Yes, let's build another science space nuke for sure. Was that manned? No, Fox, that wasn't manned. These are just drones right now. We're just like remote controlling them. Now, the problem with remote controlling these things is you might have noticed there, it went insane. Kerbals all have special abilities, depending on their class. Let's go ahead and log the pressure data. We're going to keep that, and we're going to actually recover this, so we get to keep it. But, Kerbals all have special abilities. Specifically, I believe having any Kerbal in a ship allows you to use what's known as like an SAS or something. It's, well, sorry, not any Kerbal allows the SAS. Any Kerbal allows you to steer it. You see what I mean? A pilot gives you like an SAS, I believe. The engineer, I forget what the engineer does. I feel like they're kind of useless actually. And the scientist lets you reset experiments, which is kind of cool. Hey, the original Flanagan. Flanagan, what a name, dude. So I should be able to recover this guy. We're going to get all that science and stuff like that. Hey. Don't worry, we'll launch many more science nukes. Now, there are abilities to allow a probe to have steering, a probe to have SAS, but we're sort of not there yet. Right now, we're just learning about the basics of like throwing rocks in the air, which is what I love that, right? I think that's a lot of fun. The three-wing, that's not too... Well, I mean, reducing the thrust of the engine, absolutely. We don't, I mean, this is a terrible design in general for anything. But the three wings I didn't realize, but it does make a lot more sense. So thank you for that. Let's go, mission control. What do we got here? Escape the atmosphere. Well, we only have to get 70,000 meters. We could probably do that. There's an old airfield on an island. Eventually we'll be able to make a rover and grab a whole bunch of science here. But we can do this one. We can escape the atmosphere. Why not? It's not too bad. Certainly something I feel confident doing. And let's go ahead and redesign the space or the science nuke. Remember, it's not a real nuke. We're not trying to kill people. We're just trying to learn about them. So here we go. That looks nice. We've got our third winglet there. And since we are trying to go to space, well, no, we're not trying to go to space. We're just trying to get the 70,000 meters. I think we are going to need a... We don't have decouplers or anything, eh? This might be a little difficult. Let's see if there's something we can buy. Just save and continue, please. We'll see if there's any research we can learn about. A decoupler would help here. A better engine would help a lot. So what are our options? We got 5 science, 12 for this. Okay, 4 gets us better winglets. We could learn about planes, which would... And we could make a rover, and then we could just drive around. I think that might be a pretty good idea, making a crappy rover. What do we have here? Okay, some inventory stuff. Fuel cells. External command seats, those are cool. But here's an actual rover leg. Oh, and the universal storage, yeah, that was a beast. So I think maybe we go engineering 101. That seems pretty good to me. And then we make a little rover and we just drive around and collect some science. That seems good. Wait, parts. Wait, what the hell? Is this a new mechanic or from like the DLC that came out? We may never know. I certainly don't. Wow. If this is a mod, I might have to turn that off because that's brutal. Well, we want a little rover body. So do I have to click this or can I buy them individually? Purchase entry cost. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, so we can buy them individually. It's kind of interesting, though, that you have to buy things. That's neat. All right, I can dig it. Well, we definitely want the battery. The antenna would be really nice, so we don't have to recover it every time. Grab this guy. Is this an actual science bay? Because getting an early science thing up is pretty cool. Well, we'll see. We're going to see how this works out, actually. I don't really need this guy. I think we do need an external command seat. Oh, there's our decoupler. Excellent. Grab that. Now we're running a little low on cash. That's really cool, though, like, having the prototype stuff. Kind of like that. Unfortunately, like, we did choose to start with very low money. So, we'll see if that ends up biting us or not. Technically, like, we're just building a rover here, but I think it might be easier to do it in the spaceplane hangar. Maybe not. We'll just do it in the actual marketplace. I think it builds them like sideways, kind of. Let's check. Yeah, that's much better. That's more what I was looking for. Okay, so we're gonna have a little Kerbal sit, kind of like, oh, I don't know. I mean, I think forward is this way. I think I sit like that, though, right? Is that for his feet? It's probably for his feet, right? You have to reckon? We'll just throw him on top. We'll figure it out. Hey, Raphael Vos, what's up, man? How you doing today? Alright, let's go ahead and grab a... Okay, maybe we should have grabbed... Oh, nice, we can buy them from here, too. Okay, let's buy the littler rings. Or the littler... Let's grab these smaller wheels. I mean, littler works, if you know what I'm saying. Can we do... Man, this is not my friend, is it? And that kind of works. Okay. We'll see if we can figure it out. Interesting. We don't really want it to sort of spin. It's interesting, if you try and put it here, it doesn't want to like go on the... Oh, it does. Okay. If we do this... I suppose we want it higher, that's smarter. We're not going to be good with inclines. That's okay. Maybe here. Now this is interesting. I don't know if we can set, like ideally I only want these wheels to drive, and then I just want the other wheels to just sort of roll, if you know what I mean. I mean, this is curious. What happens if I do this? It's a weird little buggy. I mean, do these steer? They have steering. If these can rotate, this should be fine. We should be able to go straight from them, for the most part, anyway. Yep, we'll want a little battery pack on. Oh, that's huge. There's two of these guys. Plop them. It's a nice spot. I'm not sure how much juice this is gonna drain. We don't have a way to recharge it just yet. So put a little antenna in the back. Okay, here's another science thing as well. Seismic accelerometer. It's kind of cool. Can't really afford it, mind you. Oh no, we can. We're fine. We're fine. We want to get as much science as possible right now. Oops. Get out of here, you silly goose. That looks nice. That's quite the little ship we have there. Is this an actual... carried by the Kerbal? I don't know about that. I have to get some signs later. Well, let's see what happens here, right? Let's see. What do we do? We'll throw a little Valentine on here. That's a crew capacity, right? External command seat. Maybe I have to have somebody run over to it and get on top. I mean, we might actually be able to go around with just the rover like this. We can try it. This will be called the Spider Tater, because it's pretty much just a spider potato. See if this even drives. It looks like they've added a lot to the game. Or all the mods that I used to play with have like updated a ton. So it could be, you know what, I'm never afraid to admit that I may not know some information. So maybe we're gonna have to, okay. Alright, chill. Okay, I was a little afraid of that. Yeah. It's not the end of the world. At least it's stable. That's kind of the main thing. I mean, it's not impossible, right? Okay. We could make this work. Make this work. I don't know how we make this. Wait, hang on. Can I turn off some of these tires, maybe? Yes, perfect. Okay. If we go back to the vehicle assembly, I think I can manually turn some of these off, which would be ideal. Excellent. You don't get the steer. You don't get the steer. This is what I want. Oh, nice. Okay, it did the flips as well. Well, let's save our Spider Tater and give her another run. Let's see what we get here. Oh, man. Game suddenly got difficult. Alright, so let's log the seismic data here. Cool, we can transmit it. Starting transmission. Uploading data. Awesome. I love it. Okay, we've already done the pressure scan here. Already done the temperature here. It is getting uploaded. I love it. 100%. Awesome. It's got it. Cool. So we should... Oh, are you shitting me? What? Now, why does that happen? I'm only steering with the middle ones, right? Oh, it could be because the motors are still running. Now, that's possible. Just gotta wait for them to stop. It's gonna be quite difficult to grab these tires otherwise. That's a center one I grabbed. Okay, let's turn their motors off. Yeah, that might do it. That might do it. Okay. Shit. All right, let's go to the Space Center here. That's fine. Don't need to save that. Your wheels aren't straight? That's true, yeah. I don't really have a way of putting them straight yet. Unfortunately. How do I recover? There we go. Excellent. Let's see. Maybe there's like a part we could use. You know what? I think we could cheese this. Maybe. But it's not going to be pretty. Does rotate tool top left? Sweet lord. We're going to try it your way. This one here. Place, rotate. But how do I activate this though? Sorry guys for my ignorance on this topic. So why exactly? Because we couldn't get the wheel straight. Look apart now. Okay. Select apart the roads. Ah, bingo bongo. I love it, boys. Thank you. Or girls, you know. Girls can do science too. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That's exactly what I was looking for. Now, I don't know a ton about cars. I know enough to get by. But my good friend Zelphus has told me time and time again, there is a time and a place for four-wheel drive. For the most part, you're actually probably better off just having your first set of wheels steering. Is that correct? Oh shit. Anyone agree with this statement? It's good enough, I think. So let's try that. We're just gonna have the front wheels steer. Spider Tater, this is the Mark II, of course. Excellent. Excellent. Now, I know you're all sitting there, this guy doesn't know shit about shit. Right? I mean, okay. You're not wrong. But when it actually comes to flying through space, unless they radically change the game, I do know how to plot a course somewhere. Okay. She's not perfect, but you know what? She's good enough. I'm proud of her. Okay. Let's go check this thing out. Let's see. Is this new stuff? Excellent. Do a little scan here. Oh, I think we just... Oops, shit. Reset the experiment. Alright, well, we can upload this data anywhere. Let's go check out the sand dune, the monolith. Go check this guy out. Nice, we got a cute little rover. Isn't it weird, though, how the game, like, has no sound effects? Like, the music in this game is so random. I don't know what to turn up here. Do I turn up spacecraft? Like, I don't want to get deafened by birds. The game has, like, the weirdest, like, audio levels. You know what I mean? And that's exactly why I love this game, Flanagan. Is Flanagan okay, or would you rather me call you, like, the original? TOF? Toffer? Whatever you'd like, my man. But, that's why I love experimenting. I love messing around. I love figuring things out. You know what I mean? I'm crazy about that. So I love games where I can just try and solve a puzzle. And if that puzzle is the mystery of the universe, or rather how to get to the center of it, or if the center even exists, I'm all for that. That's cool. Fortunately, I wanted to scan this a little bit. We'll just drive down it, because it seems like our brakes are not exactly a thing right now. Excellent. Transmit. Transmit. Get transmitting everything, boys. It's no joke. Yeah, the audio for this game is so weird. Now, I will say it has some gorgeous music once you do reach outer space. Not like getting to space, but like once you just hit that cusp. I'm not sure where it is. I think it's like right here. When you hit that sort of black zone, it just plays like the nicest music. Very enjoyable. I think we might have some missions, actually. Let's go ahead and... Game cannot be saved at this point, but that's fine. I want to see if we have any missions to, like, go to these specific areas. You know what I mean? Because that's it's a thing. Investigate the island airfield. That's not this one, I believe. Right, that's somewhere we have to fly to. Test a bunch of parachutes and stuff. Yeah. Maybe not. I thought there was one. Oh, we already have it, I think. Right, perform the experiments around. Situation landed. It's possible we can't actually do this, because I don't have a way of landing. Maybe. We'll see. Well, there's some audio in the game right now, but the game's audio is very sporadic. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Foxy. Reach 18 kilometers. Probably do that. Definitely feel like we could do that when we need the money. Oh, have we not finished transmitting all that new science? Crap. Oh, no way! Oh, it reverted. That's what I was saying about the... Okay. Womp womp. That was my bad. I kind of thought for some reason the game auto-saved when you went back. Like, not auto-saved like saved to a file, but I thought it was like a persistent thing. That was my bad, though. Misunderstood. The game gave me all the information. I just wasn't paying attention. I think the flag also has like its own set of stuff. It's kind of cool. Let's see. Turns out no, it's still the launch pad. Really? I thought the flag was separate. Huh, that's okay, I guess. Maybe I should have gone with the 4-wheel drive. I think this 2 wheels working out for me though. I know I have to check all these out at some point. It's interesting. I almost feel like this is sort of like a waste of time. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong. Although, yeah, we do have time. Speed up time here. Okay, yeah, I forgot the physics go wonky when you do that. Turns out you can't speed up time. Fuck. I lied. Don't do it. It's not good. So if I want to go to the Space Center now, did it save now that it crashed, but it didn't save when I was just driving around for fun? Turns out it did. Okay. Well, let's grab all that science then. Which is excellent. And we will go take our mission to... Oh, okay, we already have that other one. Awesome. So we have to hit 18 kilometers with an unmanned probe. See if we can do it. Got this guy. Get me my science nuke. Thank you. Right. Is this guy big enough? 18 kilometers, like... I don't know. Let's show something like that there. Let's try it. So basically we're putting this on like half burn because it goes way too fast. Like we don't need it to go as fast as it does. And we don't actually have a lot of control. Right now we're using solid fuel boosters. Once you hit like the go button, they go forever. You don't really have a way of like stemming the flow, as it were. Later on we're going to get liquid fuel boosters, which we can actually. But, so we'll see if this guy can go, what do we need, 18 kilometers? It's pretty high. Yeah. It doesn't look like we're going to hit 18 kilometers, no. Looks like we'll probably hit 6,000, or like 6 kilometers. But, you know. Or 1,800 meters, if that helps the Americans, sorry. But we know we're not too far off. We're not too far off. It's just not going to make it. Well, you're a lot closer than I was, Raphael. Look at that. If we're lucky, we can push like 1250. Not too bad. Not too bad. Still not what we want. Right now, just because we have no money, I'm just going to revert the flight. But, like, if I was doing an actual mission and somebody died, I don't really care. I mean, I care deeply. I don't want people to die, but that's exactly why I want death to be permanent, because, you know, I'm a masochist. I don't enjoy games unless there is a serious punishment for mistakes. But I just find I get more attached to everything if I do that, so... So, hybrid rocket booster. Now we're getting in the crazy stuff. I mean, we have enough. We want to go for early aviation? Maybe. I don't really care about planes, actually. Let's grab basic rockets. Still haven't learned anything about parachutes, so that's something to keep in mind. We'll get the hammer. Hammer's a beast. Oh. We do have decouplers. Okay, so I could have just decoupled. Actually, we didn't have to go straight for the hammer, but we are going to need this guy anyway. Are all these really important? Yeah, I'm going to buy the whole bunch. I know we don't have a lot of money right now, but these are all things we're going to need. So what we could have done, I'm going to show you our other option here. Instead of learning about the sort of the big daddy, you can see the hammer's much bigger. In fact, it's too big, so that's okay. We can keep doing with what we were doing. We have our little guy here. We're going to go ahead and do is add a decoupler, which are super cool. Very satisfying to watch. And the idea here... okay, this is a big decoupler, turns out. We don't know about little decouplers yet. That's stress. That is just tears to my eyes. But what this would do is it would like separate the stages. It's really cool to watch. I think they're sort of implying that I should be using the large pod for some reason. Like this one, is it? No. I have no idea. Very odd. But that's okay. It's huge. Interesting. Well, we can do the janky thing, which you shouldn't do, but you know what I mean? Desperate times call for desperate measures, am I right? And this is about as desperate as you can get, so... Oh my gosh. This is just this has actually turned into some sort of nuke. It wasn't intentional, but... Oh, I really need to limit the thrust on this. Because we're going to be launching. I put it like 20%, I think. We'll see, though. Let's see what we can do. Can't change it now. Oh, God. Sweet Lord. Okay. Pull it back. Pull it back. Get it back in the factory. There we go. That's a little better. I think next time... I mean, the game does have nice music, but... If it's not going to give me nice music, if it's not going to give me anything... I think next time we might just put on a little playlist in the background. I'm quite partial to, like, EVE Online soundtrack. It's very nice ambiance. Fallout 1 is a really good soundtrack for just sort of ambiance. Something like that we might do. Either way. You ready, boys? 5, 4, it's go time. Maybe I could have put a little bit more thrust. Maybe. But But up she goes. Oh, yeah, whoops. Oopsie. Oopsie daisy. Oh, this is, oh no. I'd be very worried if I lived down here, I'll tell you. Well, we have actually created a nuke, which is kind of cool. And we do have the capability to launch at long range. I guess we're just working for the weapons division now. Maybe I need... What would have made this better? Maybe if I turn the SAS on first? That's possible. We got to see how this hits, right? Like, oh, 1, 2, and 3 don't change your speed anymore. It's annoying. Not bad, not bad. We got some military backing. That's for sure. Okay, so let's make it a little faster. Drop this up to like there. Oh wait, whoa, scale. Oh, that's cheating though, right? Like, am I supposed to be using that? Doesn't it seem like cheating? Then what's the difference between this and like the other one? You know what I'm saying? I just don't feel good about that. Okay, well, we can do this the old-fashioned way, which is not ideal. I almost feel like, hear me out, guys. Do you think this is just some mods I'm using? Because, like, we could just go vanilla. Because, like, the game doesn't seem anything like how I used to remember it. But I don't know, like, they update the game a lot. But, like, we could just do this, really. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy talk. Alright, let's drop this. That feedback? What feedback? Oh, did the game do some weird noise or something? Origami? Let me know, my man. Let me know. This used to be the old way of putting stuff into space, though. Back in, like, the beginnings of Kerbal Space Program. You just add more rockets to it. We might, though. We might do a little scrapper here. Also, I'm noticing, according to Twitch, my bitrate's going weird, but... Oh, it's probably Zelfus' speakers. Yeah, his do it all the time, man. No offense to the guy. I mean, this is gonna work. Don't you have parachutes? Nah. Oh, I forgot the SAS shit. No, we haven't unlocked him yet. I think that's what we do. You know what, guys? Give me a hot second here, okay? A little hot second. Oh, enjoy this relaxing screen. I'm just gonna restart the game with no mods. It's that simple. And we're just gonna see, cause I don't know, right? Like, the problem is when you go like 2 years without playing something, you're like, was this the mods or was this me? Like, was this the game? Like, I shouldn't be this, like, confused. And it could also be, too, like, some of these mods haven't been updated, and the game's been updating, and it's causing, like, problems. And that's all reasonable. You know what I mean? That's definitely all on my fault. I should have checked it ahead of time. I just haven't been able to really sit at the computer. Which, again, you know, that is my fault. I normally do my homework. This time I spent my homework making sure all my mods were installed again, instead of, you know, making sure they all worked. Which maybe that was more important. Whoopsie daisy. And it just takes me like 2 seconds to go through it. Like, I have to like manually click all these things, and it like takes a while to load after each one, but it's okay. You know what I mean? We do it to ourselves, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Vanilla, you will have the parachute unlocked. I was just playing with, like, there's a whole bunch of mods here. But, like, I've used, I don't know. The biggest one for me, though, is starting with, like, forcing you to do unmanned launches. Because I like that. I think it's very thematic, you know? But it's okay. We'll just play legit. We'll play vanilly. Milli Vanilli. Or Vanilli Ice. We can do that too if you like. Whatever you're feeling. Oh, it's getting real mad at me. I clicked too many buttons at once, and it was like, don't do that. Never do that again. Not in my house. And I was like, sorry. Ooh. Sorry for being a bad host tonight, guys. I know. What can you do? There's a lot of things I could do. Most of them are sort of do my homework. Oh, but let's talk real quick while this is booting up again and all these mods are getting removed. Music. Should we put in a little music? Should I just have like EVE Online soundtrack or something just chill in the background? You know? I feel like maybe we should. Cause Herbal, you're killing me. Killing me with your no music. What's going on with that? You know what I mean? It's just depressing. Oh, calm down there, Origami. I love music when I play games. It's weird because I don't listen to my music when I play games normally. I just listen to whatever the game has, but usually the game has something, right? It's very rare you play a game with no music. And I know Kerbal has it when you get to outer space. But I'll take you there soon, though. Don't you worry. We get in a manned ship. I'll take you there. Such a bad stream. You got me, Rudy. Dude, it's weird, right? Like, there was like a week there where I didn't stream. And then I streamed one day, and then I went like 4 days without streaming. Like, this back injury, it's got me out of my groove. You know, I gotta relearn how to interact with the internet. It's not that bad, actually. I was born on the internet. I was raised, and actually, that's not true. I don't even know if the internet, sort of as we know it, existed when I was born. But I certainly got on it quick enough. All right, let's apply all the changes. Make sure they're all removed. I can give you a... I have any other pictures here? I mean, we can do this one. It's a fun picture. We can all look at it together. Remember the good days? Remember when I was a good streamer? Right? Like 2 months ago? Necro Dubstep Dungeon. Oh! Yes. Necro Dancer. Necro Dancer does have a really good soundtrack. Multiple good soundtracks, actually. All depends, you know, what you're feeling. All right, let's see what we got here. This looks good. This is a recognizable screen. I think we can all agree. Unless you've never played the game, in which case you're probably not used to seeing this. Who knows? Actually, I kind of feel like we used EVE Online soundtrack for Fallout 1 for some reason. Play through that. I don't know what it was about Fallout 1 that I enjoyed so much more than Fallout 2. I couldn't tell you. I still think Fallout 2 is a good game. Either way, hey! We got Kerbals, we got Earth, we got... we are going to have to delete our game, actually. Because it'll bug. It bugs hard. This game does not like... It's not your friend. It doesn't like you. It certainly does not want you to click buttons. Never. Let's just do moderate here. What else do we click? Plasma Blackout's cool. Kerbal G-Force Limits. I like that. Requires signal for control. I think that's all we did there, right? Boom. Alright. let me show you guys how a pro does this. Now you're all thinking, what? I just watched you play. You don't know anything about the game. Whoa, little Billy. Gather scientific data from Kerbin. Check, we'll take that. Launch our first vessel? Yeah. No problem. Let's do this. I got it. I know. See, this is new. It's like completely new. Very cool, though. So it has less impact tolerance than the Mark 1 command pod. I see. So why would you take it? Let's see. It can withstand heat. Essentially, that's it. Okay, cool. Either way, we're sticking with this guy. See, the weird thing about this is, like, you don't actually start with the ability to, there we go. With the ability to use probes, which is so weird to me. Alright, we got a little parachute for the top. Got a mystery goo containment unit. Throw that right here. Okay. Now this is, of course, the science nuke. Mark 1. Beautiful. I changed my mind. This is not a science nuke anymore. This is the Spud. Spud launcher. Okay. Let's get our tater tots in this thing. Who do we got? Jebediah? No. Valentina. Doing a rocket for Clunsville? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now we will rename these Kerbals in 2 seconds. Don't you worry. It's just I have to, like, get in the game, save, and then, whoa! Alright there, pal. I want the parachute in a different stage. And up we go! Oh, who said SAS, by the way? Good call. Could have mentioned it a little earlier, Oregon. I'm just kidding, dude. I saw it, too, and I still did this. And away! We did pretty good, I think. What do you think? What are you thinking right now, Valentina? Anything? We get your, report. Oh, flying over Kerbin shores. Not exactly. I wouldn't say we're over Kerbin shores, but, you know, whatever. Maybe we are. Mm-hmm. Excellent. So, haven't learned about EVAs yet. Pop that parachute. We're good. Good first flight, Valentina. I feel like they did change the game. They got rid of your starting tools, which is nice. You know, I really, I feel like me speeding up time bugged that rocket out a little bit there. Maybe? Maybe a little bit? Maybe that was a little bugged? I know you're not supposed to speed up time when you're on the planet, for good reason. But, my dang. It's either that or they've really nerfed these parachutes. In pressure altitude. Oh, cool, I can customize them. Neato. Well, I mean, there you go. That was a much better launch. I hit the good buttons. It's cool that you can't, like in vanilla Kerbal Space Program, you could actually transmit data right now. Normally, which is neat. Okay, we won't speed up time. We'll be patient. Well, we'll do it a little bit, maybe. Really bad for that. Parachute didn't seem to work properly until the speed stop. Yeah. Well, if you go too fast, So this guy, this parachute here, it says it's not gonna open until the altitude reaches 1,000. Just maybe a little short. I feel like it should open like 1,500, maybe 2,000 meters. Give us some time to slow down. But what do I know, right? Okay, whoa. All right there. Turn off our SAS on the way down. See, we're waiting until we're really low for this guy to try and... No, this parachute's actually a little messed up. It's supposed to... This is the default one. We're not hauling anything. Let's customize this, shall we? Let's try 2,500 for the parachute. Something seems wrong here to me. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if... Oh, jeez. Sweet lord, no. Oh, whatever. It is what it is now. I don't know if the game has changed something. But this is exciting to me because I knew how to play the game. And now, I mean, I'm confused. Which is excellent. I like relearning things. But now it's like, Now we should have waited till we're on the way down, but that's okay. I really just want to test out if it's going to deploy at 2,500 properly. Because we need a lot of time to slow the drag. Not slow the drag, start drag. See? See what happens. Yeah, so that's the problem. It was just starting way too late. Or it just does nothing. It does nothing at all. What? This is... Am I gonna have to reinstall the game? Is some file bugged here? Hang on. This can't be right. Can it? Are you telling me, like, the smallest rocket in the game, the parachute doesn't work on? No, I know about the staging. That's not the issue. The issue is, like, this guy doesn't slow anything. Because it used to, by default, open at 1,500. I remember that. It was totally enough. Like, you could put 10 times as much stuff on this thing. Well, I suppose not really, right? Interesting. Is this really what the world has come to? Huh. Is it just, so is it, we're going too high and too fast? So I need to start with less fuel? That could be. That could be. Well, that's kind of cool. All right, well, let's try that then. Let's see if that works for us. Oh, I didn't want the tracking station. Sorry. Covered this real quick for me, thanks. Okay. Let's try our spud again, but we'll bring less fuel. Or rather, yeah, we'll bring a lot less fuel. We'll limit the thrust by half. Because we just need to launch. That's it. Maybe it's Valentina's fault. Maybe she just doesn't know what she's doing. Who knows? Okay. We'll throw our SAS on. Which is, you know, sort of a good reason to bring pilots. We launch up here. Just go for a little bit. Deploy the parachute. Okay, parachute's gonna catch. I mean, I should have waited until we started falling, but no, that's fine. Now, see, we shouldn't be speeding up on the way down here, right? Like, we're falling real fast. Real talk, did they change something in this game that I don't understand about the parachutes? No atmosphere, but we're on Kerbin. There's gotta be atmosphere, right? It's gotta just be bugged. It's gotta be bugged. Cheats menu. I don't even know where the cheats menu is, sorry. I'll check, like, see if there's one in the main menu or something. Cheats. Cheats. I don't see it there. Warps the next morning. Cool. Oh, that's what all those are. Oh, that's cool. That's new. No, it's not too heavy origami. Trust me, dude. I've launched rockets 30 times that size with the same parachute. It's like it's not... It's like the parachute doesn't work at all. Do you know what I mean? And we don't have any mods on. Huh. Like as far as I know, Alt, oh shit, sorry, Alt F12. Okay, let's go try that real quick. Thank you. Alt F12. I remember back in the day playing TF2 and like F12 for mute menu. That doesn't do anything for me, sorry man. Huh. Well, hang on. All right. See what happens here. I know this is a bit of a shitstorm, but like I don't know what to attribute that to. So, a DLC came out, right? I think that was like the biggest update the game had, right? This huge DLC comes out for the game, and I think we all kind of like remember that happening. But like, launch a rocket and press Alt F12. Oh, let's boot the game up real quick again. Sorry. But yeah, this DLC. Now I didn't buy it because it cost money, right? And I heard it was, you know, kind of a cash grab. I don't want to say that. That seems like it's such a mean thing to say, but as far as I know. And would that have broken something? Like maybe I need to uninstall the game? You know what I mean? Would that be possible? I don't know. 'Cause apparently I do own the DLC. I just never bought it. So I don't know. Did they give it away for free or something? Alright. Game's loading back up here. Launch rocket, press Alt F12. It could be a restart fixes it. Who knows, right? Video games are weird. Maybe it was something I changed when I made the custom game settings. Maybe something I clicked in there broke it. That's a possibility too, right? Very interesting. Well, worst case scenario, we get nothing done tonight. You know, but we learn a few things. What we've learned, I don't know exactly, but you know what I mean. We learned a few things about mods, hubris, Kerbals. The good stuff. I had a nice chat with you guys, and I've learned I can sit down for a little bit and not, you know, instantly die. So life is good. But it just means tomorrow we start off and it looks really professional. I can delete the VOD, and then, you know, I'm not that kind of person. I'm more than happy to admit, okay, nothing now. Let's go ahead and hit our SAS, launch rocket. Oh, I got nothing. Sorry, nothing with Alt F12 there. But we will fire our parachute out. And yeah, confirm the parachute does nothing for some reason. Try the min pressure here. No. Cut the parachute. No, that doesn't help. Well, it did look like we dropped faster after I cut the parachute. 12 should open the... Well, maybe it's because I was hitting Alt. Oh no, that's just screenshots. Shit. Well, let me try add-ons and mods. I think this just opens the Curse website, which I don't know anyone that uses. I think we all use CCAN, right? Or maybe not. Let's see how long a reinstall of the game takes. For me, it's probably going to take a long time. Unfortunately, I'm not gifted with being in a sort of a well-off internet area. Canada doesn't have too many. Should be an opening angle. That's only when you're in the actual like the factory, I forget what to call it, the vehicle assembly bay or whatever it is. You do have that option, yeah. So it says 12 minutes, 10 minutes. We might be able to do this in like 10 minutes, 9 minutes. Who knows? We can get this done quick. So here's the deal. If if you're here for the stream, you head out now. Take it easy. Y'all have a nice night. I really appreciate you being around. Thank you. But if you're like me and you're curious and you want to see this puzzle through to the end, stick around for like 6 minutes. Like all like 1 or 2 of you. We're gonna see if we can figure this out. So tomorrow when I play KSP, no problems. If we can't figure it out, I'm just gonna end the stream and then dick around with it for like half an hour. It's probably something really obvious too. You know what I mean? Not okay. So parachute not working. Let's try that. So some people are saying if your vehicle is too aerodynamic, it will point nose first while flying through the atmosphere, and so it can't lose enough speed. That could be. That could be. So I didn't make it heavy enough, I guess, or maybe I shouldn't have put the aerials on, or the sorry, I'm not sure what you call those, the winglets. It still seems like it should have worked, because it always worked every other time I played this game. You know what I mean? Very curious. Let's give it like 5 minutes. I should have known better though than to like take my old mod list and try playing with like a year and a half to maybe or like expansions of the game. They always change stuff. It's like I'm not a big Elder Scrolls guy, but I do remember playing Morrowind and then not Morrowind, Oblivion, sorry. And with some mods, and then a bunch of updates came out for the game, and I installed it. And I mean, Bethesda games are buggy, but when you have a bunch of mods and then you install a whole bunch of new stuff, it broke. So I should have figured. I mean, it happens with Dwarf Fortress all the time as well, unfortunately. For a new patch, I'm just like, what's happening? These simple mechanics I understood no longer work, like medicine. Oh my god. Do you guys remember when they changed the medicine? That broke me. I actually swore off Dwarf Fortress for a long time when they did the big medicine update. And it's not that I think it's bad. I think it's incredible, the stuff that Toady puts out. But when they changed that, I had such a hard time learning the new medicine mechanics, the new doctoring, and not just that, a hard time like getting it to work, especially like early game. It's very hard to like fill all the necessary slots and have a suturer and a bone setter and a diagnostician and all these things, which is interesting because I just say diagnostician correctly, which I normally don't. It's normally a word I have trouble with for some reason. I think it's because there's so many like S sounds in there, and I struggle with those. That's kind of cool. Man. Yeah, I just don't see anything on the inner butts right now. Except for that one guy saying I made it too aerodynamic. Which, I mean, it is possible. I wonder if like some of my mods are still for some reason like active. Like if I have to like manually delete them. Yeah, most people are just having problems when they have the game moving too fast, like they had it on the 4x speed. Yeah, that breaks everything in this game. That's how I blew up Kerbin, actually. Not 4x speed exactly, but I had like a rocket ship. Just orbiting, no biggie. And then I just put the speed on a whole bunch because I was waiting for like an intercept with like the Minmus or something. And then all of a sudden, just the rocket hit the Kerbin and it just deleted. And I was like, okay, what? Don't exactly know how that happened, but it's okay. At 1 minute, 30 seconds. Hype is real. And if this does work, it is late, so I probably will call it here, and then, yeah, tomorrow night we'll do our big proper stream, and I apologize. At least we'll know that it works. That's the main thing. We might have to do a new save as well. It's usually safe to do that. A lot of these games, like sort of keep data, messy, gross data in your save files, which is fair. Video games trying to teach people to be patient. Oh man, I think people are like, I mean, nobody has patience, right? Even like patient people don't really have patience. Not anymore. But like, especially with video games. Oh my gosh. Holy hell, dude. Just want everything to happen now. You suck at XCOM 2? Come on, Rudy. Don't say that. You just, if you ever die in XCOM 2, just blame it on RNG. But, I don't know. I didn't find XCOM 2 too hard, actually. Found XCOM 1 a little tricky. I mean, the original series is difficult for sure. Like, XCOM 2 is not too bad. But, it's one of those games you can really get screwed in the start. And, if you have like a bad start, it is kind of hard to recover. What happened though? Did you just have like a bad mission or? Because when you play like XCOM, never be afraid to like call it. Like if a mission is going tits up, it's okay to get out of there. You don't have to win. You want to win most of your missions, but you don't have to win one. You just don't know the research and stuff? Yeah, that's fair. When I play XCOM 2, I have the same problem. I'm just kind of like, I don't really know. Just rush weapons. If you can get better weapons and then better armor for your guys, like, that's good. Sort of delay story stuff as long as you can. Because XCOM 2 is this really shitty mechanic, I guess, where, like, so things scale up as you go along, but story missions don't. I don't know. It's sort of a problem because what happens is, if you get to the story missions too fast, like, you're way under leveled, if you will. You don't have the gear, you don't have the troops, you don't have, like, sort of the stats you need. But if you wait to do story missions until, like, as late as possible, then you'll just, like, destroy them. Because, like, they'll have stuff that you did, like, hours ago. So, yeah, like your black site mission and stuff like that, just wait on those until, you're down to, like, 3 pips for the Avatar project, and then you can start working on it. But yeah, max your weapons for sure. Because there's a huge difference between, like, 2-shotting a guy and 1-shotting a guy. And we're back in. Here's some little Kerbins. Looks a little buggy. Go ahead and... This one, right? Alright, let's delete this guy. Got our new late night video. Let's get our funky fresh flag. Career mode, yes. No entry. Oh, so this is part of the base game. Okay, I just never seen that before. Okay, cool. That, and that. Excellent. Okay, so there you go. Like, I thought that was a mod that was, like, messing with the game and making the research tree all crappy. Turns out, no, it's the base game. And I do like that. I think it's fun. All right. Let's build our little turd launcher. Three of these. First, we're gonna see if it's the game. No, we're gonna see if it's fixed, and if it isn't, we're gonna take the winglets off, the little, I don't know, the fins, whatever they're called. Make sure Valentine is in here. Okay, and you say that and that. Let's try it out. Loading. And launch. Oops. Okay. I'll wait till we start falling down. This already feels super different. Like, even just the controls feel different. Like, look at this. Look at how much that killed our speed. Holy shit. Yeah, so it must have been there was just some residual mod fuckery happening. Well, thank God for that. Valentina, you deserve this, by the way. Yeah, just scream. Yeah. What does it look like in there, by the way? Oh, hey, the ground! Oh, fuck. Yeah, well, that's suboptimal. Well, that's what it was. Thank God. And you know what? I hadn't reinstalled Kerbin from previously, so we could have had, like, the mods I had the last time we played this game, like 2 years ago on stream, combined with, like, me trying to update and put the mods in again, combined with, like, Kerbal Space Program's, like, expansion and stuff. Well, now we know, and that means tomorrow we can G.I. Joe our way to victory. Gosh darn it. How disappointing. Either way, thanks for joining me, guys. I know it was a crappy one, but for me it was a good one because A, we got Kerbal Space Program up and running, which is a game I really enjoy playing. Very excited to see how far we can go this time. And 2, I sat down now for an hour and a half, and I'm not like dying. I mean, it's going to be a little bit difficult getting up again. But, you know, it's all part of the healing process. So I'll catch you all tomorrow, as always.